Here's a short psychological piece that I think you and Molly would enjoy. When mankind was first banished from the Garden of Eden, they understandably were suffering from low self-esteem. After all, they were living in the fruit and vegetable aisle of the fanciest supermarket you could imagine. All they had to do was reach out and get whatever they wanted. And they were given one prohibition, and somehow they blew it. So here they are, kicked out into the cold, cruel world, and the question is, well, how do they sustain themselves? They didn't have to work the land to eat. How do they eat now? So the first offer that was made to them was, hey, I've taken care of you. You just go out there, there's plenty of grass growing everywhere. You could just graze and eat, and you will be satiated. Just, grab a bunch of that grass, stuff in your mouth. Your whole innards will work well with this grass. You're taken care of. Not much work that you have to do. The reaction of mankind was, quick and intense. It was anger and depression, and according to the Medrash, the response was, "What are we, a beast of burden? We walk around and graze? Is somebody going to, put a harness on us soon?" And this is the worst news ever. This is the most degrading thing could ever think of. So then they were given another option. They said, okay, would you rather have to make bread? In other words, that stuff those grasses that are growing, now you have to take them, cut them, grind them, make them into flour, add yeast and water, and then find a heat source, and all this work just to get a piece of bread? Is that what you prefer? And they said, yes, that is a sophisticated way to eat. That's what mankind should do. They should have a challenge. They should feel rewarded that they worked hard for that. That's what we want. And so they were told, great, this is an explanation of what in the Bible is the psychological background is not given. It first talks about grasses, and then in the Bible is a famous line, from the sweat of the brow you shall eat bread. So it sounds like a curse, but actually it was reverse psychology that was used against mankind, because it was anticipated that they would hate the idea of grazing, and they would much prefer the challenge of making a sophisticated food like bread. And so they were first offered something that they would detest, only for them to come to something that would build them back up again, build back their self-esteem, because it meant a lot of work and effort, and they could get the rewards of working hard and paying off your hard work. So again, as I once mentioned, the Midrash is sometimes a psychological background to what's incomprehensible in the Bible. I think this is another example. And love you both. Take care.